Good evening. We're live. Have to see if notifications go out. Get some people in here. Get everybody gathered. Gather around. We're going to talk a little bit, right? Let's see. Weekend live. Not really a special occasion if I go live all the time, right? Right. But as I promised, I usually try to go live Saturday night, regardless if I have something to talk about or not. But this time I do. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. As you can see, we are home. And as you can tell by the thumbnail that we have festivities going on. So cookies, yes. There are cookies, yep. Word out, in case notifications are not going. Pigtail, Ratman Rodin, Nittany Lion, Pale Rider TV, Jason Perry, Ralph Lodo, Overtax in Minnesota, Ben Mart, Stu Manchu, Pitbull Gator, Old Fat White Guy, Daniel Adami.
Your notifications went out.
Oh, finally. My blood pressure is 145/89. Am I good for a physical? Probably not. I just had my blood pressure done at the eye doctor, and it was 97/60. So, still in the shop, Daniel. They know what's wrong with your truck, sir? Are you in a hotel? Imagine that's fun with all them dogs. Cameron, what's up? Get some glasses in here. Oh, yeah, I can read now. So, the eye doctor said that my eyes need to be improved, so we're getting some new glasses probably in a couple of weeks. So I'll probably pick them up right before Christmas when I go home again. It should be Monday, and got a good paying load. Working on a couple of bids for Tuesday, and of course these click and goes are wanting to be, holding tight because it's not until Tuesday, right? Let's see. Cousin Nick, Kid Danger 11. What's up? Blue Wiener will rule the world. What's up, Light Bright? Light Bright's in the house. So here's the deal, man. It gets harder and harder for a brick and mortar store to survive these days. And in this time of year, like Springfield's got a couple of main arteries. One of them is Glenstone, right? If you've delivered in Springfield, you've either been on Glenstone or Kearney. And this time of year, and I knew this from driving a school bus, it would take an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes to drive where you needed to drive this time of year, from November 1st to middle of January. And of course, on Glenstone, you got the mall. It's got all them high-end shops. The South Side's kind of the richer part of town. So you got all the high-end, risky stuff. And then downtown, they have all the frou-frou, in stores, all that kind of thing. So I decided I was going to help my local store. So I went there first. They didn't have what I needed. The one thing that they did have was really expensive. And then I went all the way to the South Side, dealing with all the traffic. Actually, no, I went to two more stores. I went to a store, a specialty shop that didn't have what I needed, and then I went to another store downtown. Couldn't even park there because Springfield's Christmas parade was happening, right? And so went all the way to the South Side, thinking I was going to get what I needed there, and that didn't happen either. Well, I got a couple of things, right? And the reality is I could have gone on Amazon and gotten everything probably within a 10-minute time span of, of clicking on the computer and just picking. Now, I know some of you are probably like, well, gee, Steve, I've been using Amazon. Like Jeff, he's Amazon Prime. Gee, Steve, maybe you ought to use Amazon, and I try to be old school. I try to, like, support the local businesses, right? But what took 2 hours would have taken 10 minutes on Amazon. That's why Amazon's going to rule the world. That's why they're going to rule the trucking world, and that's why they're going to rule the retail world. Now, I will say this. I was at Walmart, and if you download the Walmart app and you tell what store you're in, it'll tell you where in the store that product is. So that's kind of cool. But they got to do things like that to compete with Amazon. So, okay. They say oil pressure and said that there was some engine abuse with oil pressure was at less than 5 psi and was ran like that for about 57 seconds. You're on your way to Monaghan, Texas, in which if I were to have seen that on my gauge, I would have immediately turned my truck on. Wow. Sure it's not just the sending unit? Because I just had to replace mine, Daniel, and they tend to go out at 600,000 miles. So, Trucking with Kiersey, what's up? So, we didn't get barely any Christmas shopping done. The kids got what they needed, but I didn't get what I needed. So, anyways, we'll be back out Monday. We got one more thing to do tomorrow, and then we should be good. So, the truck only has 421,000 miles on it. Yeah, well, I mean, Daniel, it's kind of a bad deal, but that's why we have to prepare for the worst, That's why money management becomes extremely important. Clyde, what's up? We talked to a driver at the Joplin Petro who had a PACCAR. Actually, it was a Cummins T680. The truck only had 200,000 miles on it, and he'd already put like 70 grand into that truck. And, it happens, definitely. Don't tell for me, I will be sleeping in the customer lounge on the recliners. And Daniel, why are you not getting a hotel with those dogs? And it's supposed to get cold tonight, even in Big D there. Tonight and tomorrow. There was a load I was going to pick, but it's freeze protect. A little stress in your voice tonight. Think it's okay? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, Ratman. Well, no stress at all. And Ratman, if you want to talk on the phone, I'll tell you what's going on with the deal that you knew was going down this week. So, trucking with Kevin and Ollie. How's it going, man? So, but they're in their kennels, so it's okay. He's just old and his beard is getting too long. It is getting long, man. It is getting long. So, but we I'm doing all right, Kevin. I'm doing all right. We I appreciate everybody that donated to Jeff's live feed. I guess it was Thursday night. To our driver whose truck was totaled. So we appreciate that. And other than that, you're going to get hammered with snow today, tomorrow. Actually, I-70 between Kansas City and St. Louis is going to be pretty gnarly. But no snow. Well, Kevin, sorry, man. Yeah, that's what happens when you get out of Florida there. Southbound Jay, what's up? I know Southbound Jay's probably mad at me. He's like, he texted me, asked me if I was at home. I said, yeah. He's like, all right, well, I won't bother you. I go, well, I'm thinking about going live. He's like, well, it's about time. And that was like, what, an hour and a half ago? You got to get to Kansas City. Well, have fun with that. Actually, I haven't looked at the radar yet. Tracy, what's up? What kind of beer are you drinking, sir? I'm drinking this low carb Michelob Ultra. So, I'm uploading a vlog that's been uploading since 1 a.m. last night. Oh well. Cricket? Is that cricket you're on? I don't want to hear that. I deliver Tuesday in Aurora, Illinois. It's one where I meet up with Provost. It's about time, Daniel. You put vlogs out about as fast as I do. I have.
You want to see photos? See what the fuss is about?
Sure.
Not good for you.
No. It'll make me break my keto.
You already had half a potato. It's not my fault.
Yeah. I have some stuff on this, but I started a vlog and I did not finish it. Although I do got my next song picked out for the next vlog, so there's that.
Cow, that's good.
Yeah, that was last week. No, I have a habit of. I started a vlog, it was dark. This thing sucks in the dark, right? And now I want to thank Kevin. He got me a new case for the Cube. And well, everybody complains that they're bored with my videos. Well, I'm bored with my videos too. So, I'm trying to watch some new channels. Did you know that there's like 20,000 subscribers that are truck drivers that aren't in our normal circle? And it's kind of interesting to see their take. Now, I will say this: there's a guy here. I'll point him out to you. Here's the new channel I want everybody to check out.
Very first customer.
All right. And Little Viking Coach told me about this guy. I want you to check out Brian Hall. All of his videos are labeled Maverick Transportation Talk, and he's numbered them finally. He didn't even have them numbered, right? This dude is the most positive, most upbeat driver. He is a professional through and through. He even wears shirt and tie when he makes the delivery. Yep, he is the Mr. Rogers of trucking. And it's so interesting to see his outlook, because he's kind of like a kid in a candy store looking at the entire trucking industry, right? And he's a glass hauler over at Maverick. So if you guys have any kind of curiosity about Maverick glass haul division, check out the channel. He even goes into detail how they break it down and tie the load down and everything else. It's pretty interesting, but he's just a very positive person. I mean, look at his profile pic, right? That is him all the way. He's wearing the shirt and tie. And I would like to see him get above 893. We need more positivity in the YouTubes, right? I did some okay editing, some quick cuts. Hopefully it turns out okay. I left my friggin' mount at home in my GoPro toy case. Dang, Kevin, what are you doing? A few years of trucking will beat that out of him, right? And he's still new. But I mean, this guy goes to the truck stops and he picks up litter. He's got with him robot arm things, and I've seen him, like one video he filled up like 4 trash bags. And he's always eating at a steakhouse, always.
No,
And
sometimes he gets the apple pecan salad at
yeah, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see a different outlet, because a lot of us truckers doing videos are like, oh, hello, we got this crappy load at this place that sucks. And he's like happy about it, right? So
I watched one last night. He was going to Florida. He was so thrilled. He literally was like a kid in a candy store, like, I'm going to Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah.
He was so happy. But he's already been like everywhere. He's been to like almost every state in the lower 48.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a good channel. I enjoy the channel. Now another channel I'll promote. This is channel promotion hour. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. Where's Hilton's channel?
Down under.
Oh yeah, down under. Okay. It keeps us down under. This guy. That's Hilton. Some of you Landstar guys might remember Hilton, but that is called Down Under Trucker USA. He's got 10 subs. I want to see that up to 100 at the end of the day, the end of the week. They're very short videos, and he's from Australia, New Zealand, and he's been a really good friend to the family. And he drives for CFI, right? There's one of their trucks right there. So check him out. Attitude is everything, right, man? That is exactly it. It's like, Lil Vineco said, a few years of trucking will beat that out of him. I think that he'll have more success in what he does because of the attitude. Attitude is everything. I agree wholeheartedly. If you go into this industry, or if you go into anything with a negative, like this is going to suck attitude, it's going to suck. It's not going to be any fun. So when you look at, I guess he's got a lot of gratitude. Doesn't take anything for granted, and I think that's the key. Daniel, and I'm out to promote you. I've already promoted you. That's where I like to move. Sarasota. Tracy Herbig, thank you for being an influence on myself. Starting keto, it's really starting to pay off. Awesome, Tracy. You're welcome. Thank you for being influenced by me. I've been helping a couple of people out. So, what is the guy wait, is that the guy I met at gas the first time I went? The glass is always half full. Hilton, yeah, that's Hilton, Daniel. But yeah, I mean, technically he's from New Zealand, but he's told me some really great Australian outback trucking stories. Check out Joyce Moss. He has a good channel, and Runs Truckers Feeding Homeless Charity. Oh, Runs Truckers Feeding Homeless Charity. Oh, that's cool. See, that's what we need more of, You got everybody kind of obsessed with one person, or you've got the negative energy of some of the bullying that's going around. And you got drivers out here doing videos that are really trying to make a difference in the trucking industry. They're not just talking about it, right? So, yeah, that's true. Now I'll show you guys what's going on here. is my wife creating Christmas packages for the family and friends and all that. So that's why there's like 3,000 cookies on the table. Choice runs flatbed. Oh, okay, cool. Don't forget about Angelica Larson. Yep. She's a positive channel. And she's more than just a truck driver. She's doing other stuff too. Out there in the cold, wintry mix of Sweden there. So but that's funny. Ratman got a new toy. Can you believe that? Go to Ratman's channel and check that out. You know, the only thing I gotta ask is, Ratman, can I have the old one? So, what am I thinking? I can't even afford an oil change for one of those things. So, have you hit the thumbs up button today? Thank you, little coach. But we got like kind of a low audience in here because, you know, people don't like me anymore. So that's fine. Notifications seem to be screwed up on my live feeds. But if you guys got any other comments, questions, or concerns, if not, we'll cut this a little bit short tonight. And give me something I should vlog about. I need to change up my style. I need to change up what I'm taping. What do you guys like on my vlogs, if anything? You know, give me some input. Do you prefer the live feeds? Do you prefer the music going down the road videos? Do you like to combine videos where I combine talk about load and showing the talking while I'm looking out forward and then combining music? Or do you want no music, you know, or different music? I mean, I've used a little bit of everything. It hasn't been just metal. Cooking in the truck. That's a good idea, Jason. You really liked my last vlog. Which one was that? The one where I was tree trimming, Ratman?
That was scary.
Vlog about vlogs. Start walking vlogs. That's a good idea, like Coach. I need to do that. You know, just like that one in the forest. Is that the one maybe you're talking about? Ratman is the one in the forest, or the actual driving one where I was tree trimming, walking up the trail? Okay, cool. Right Lane, what's up? Got to hang out with cool dude. You want to talk about someone who's worked against the odds, man. You take a guy that had absolutely no TR experience. None. Zero. He'd never driven a sleeper truck. And what does he do? He goes out and buys a sleeper truck, buys a trailer, and gets his own authority. And boom, he's making money, right? And so that's the kind of people you want to surround yourself with, is people like that. People that, you know, it's kind of like Ratman's teacher. Baptism by fire, right? That's how I learned how to weld. You know, they pretty much, I had to fend for myself on patching holes when I was grinding. And then I got a couple of tips from some of the good welders. So I started practicing on scrap. And then next thing you know, I'm on the line welding, making $3 extra an hour. And I learned how to weld pretty quickly. So, and it's been awesome. And I'm kind of a decent welder because of that. You know, as far as like, I was a better welder than some of these guys that came out of like there's a Tulsa welding schools nearby, and a lot of those guys, you know, they just didn't have experience, right? So they didn't have all the trials and errors of working on a boat line for, you know, 10 hours a day. Random life. You like the random life stuff? My private life is not really much. It's not really exciting. I mean, the band's not really doing a whole lot right now. So, I mean, like maybe later there might be more of that stuff, but daily ramblings, whatever's on your mind, Stephen Ed. Well, I appreciate that. Speaking of Amazon, just south of I-20 on I-35, well, a few miles south, Amazon has a huge lot full of their trucks and trailers waiting for drivers to drive them, a crap load of them to. So, you like the videos about selling on it? Let's see what Pale Rider's video is doing, right? I mentioned selling on one of my videos. I ended up taking that live feed down because what I've been told is that live feeds YouTube doesn't push. So if you have nothing but live feeds on your channel and they sit dormant, no one watches them after like say 6 months to a year in your stuff. So if you have an hour-long live feed and no one's watching it, it makes it look like you're doing these videos and no one cares, right? So it's best to make the live feeds private after a week. And so that's what I've tried to start doing. Let's look at Pale Rider here. Pale Rider TV was one of the first people to put out a Sell It On video. And it's up to, and we got Pale Rider's channel up there. It's up to 7,700 views. But then look at the second one. 825, and then the sixth one, 685. You know, by the time that third one came out, if you type in Sell It On in the search, right? Of course, you got the ads. You got video after video after video, right? And oh, Pale Rider, look. Your first Sell It On video is doing better than Ike Stevens's video mentioning Sell It On. 6.5. You got more reviews than his
I
did.
guess that plus the combination of the darkness of my room with the broken light. I have not checked yet. I'll do that.
Anyways, I'm the reason why your bathroom's saying, Little Wine Coach, if you got a Tundra by Tractor, that might be so. Who was the philosopher that said we all know everything, just need something to bring it out? I don't remember. Empty, headed to pickup. All right. So Pale Rider, he got a lot of grief. I gave him grief for doing that Sell It On video, but in the end, it brings traffic to his channel, and that's why we do this, right? I mean, you can sit there and say that you're doing this for the drivers and all you want, but there's a level, and it's kind of an outlet, it's kind of an event, it's kind of a way to rant, it's kind of a way to get your thoughts out there, and it's a little bit easier than typing, right? Big long rants on Facebook that no one's going to read. So instead, it's just easier to do a video that no one's going to watch, such as this. So, but other than that, I tried to get on the bandwagon with that kind of stuff. I did a Night Swift video, and it did not end well because I didn't know what I was talking about. And it just seemed forced, right? It's like, why am I talking about Night and Swift other than to get views, right? And there were people with way better channels than me that had way more insight than I did. So I ended up taking it down, like not even making it private. I just deleted it. So we got a bid with 2 click and goes. Since it's not office hours, they probably won't answer it. So we're waiting on those, but that's a good thing. I'm booked until Tuesday, and then we're looking for something out of Dallas on Tuesday, and it shouldn't be too bad. So just depends on what lesser of two evils I want to take. Dice Man going live. How's it going? How are things in the world of Indianapolis? Have you noticed a freight difference there in Indianapolis there, Dice Man? With the whole Sell It On thing, have you noticed an overabundance of used white trucks? Cold, about to start trucking. On a Saturday? Not really. Yeah, I figured one of the other mega carriers will fall in and get their automotive stuff. And then Freightwaves put out a list of all the companies, and this one, of course, Quality. See a lot of the trailers everywhere now, right? I'm sure some of that's power only right now, of stuff that was preloaded on trailers. So wonder how they're getting that moved. You know, because if the broker that touches them, are they like, are we going to get paid, right? But it was nice how the trucking community stepped up and made sure that it wasn't going to be an arrow situation. So that was good. So it's a sad day, man. This happened right before Christmas. There's a lot of guys that aren't going to get a check, and but the good news is you got a CDL, you can get a job anywhere. So got some drivers getting the freight off the trailers. What, you mean like cross-docking? That'd be interesting. I don't know how many trailers they had. But I want to say that most drop and hook companies have at least double what the trucks have. So if they got at least 5,000 trailers, that's a lot of trailers getting ready to the used market. It's also sad that I'm broke down a week before Christmas. Right, Daniel? I feel you, man. Been there, done that. Every year in December and November, my truck does something to me. And this year's been no different. I had the big repair in October, and then I had a small repair in November, and then I just had the oil pressure gauge, last week. So, if I set up a GoFundMe page, will anybody power the trailers with freight left on it? Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what the used equipment market is like around the places where there's a sell-it-on terminal, like around Indy, Dallas, Laredo. I don't know where any other yards are.
Yep. Oh, good.
Oh, good. There was a guy, I won't say his name because I know a couple of people on here are friends with him, but there was a guy out there who actually started a GoFundMe. And then I remember there was another guy that went on Facebook wanting to start a GoFundMe for buying a truck. And I've got another friend of mine whose wife tends to start a GoFundMe every time she can't pay her electric bill. So I think that GoFundMe kind of gets abused. And so when you look at your Facebook feed and there's 20 GoFundMes, it's a difficult pill to swallow. You know what I mean? Like, what's legit, what's not? Well, help me save my business, and you donate to it. Next thing you know, the business still goes under. So it's just usually a Band-Aid for a bad situation, or it's wanting to get something without any work for it, like doing a GoFundMe. So I'm glad you're only kidding, Daniel. No. Those were ginger cookies, right? Yep. What's up, the Hool?
And peanut butter fudge. Show them the fudge. It's pretty. Peanut butter chocolate fudge. It's perfect.
There you go. Peanut butter chocolate fudge. Not keto friendly.
No.
She could have made it with monk fruit, made it keto friendly, but no.
This is my grandma's recipe, and my grandma didn't make it for monk fruit. Sugar's good enough for her.
Her grandma lived really long, so I'm pretty sure she knows what.
That's true. Grandma Mitchell didn't die until she was about like 95.
Yeah.
Make a cardboard sign and put it on need money for tacos and beer and stand on the corner, Daniel. There you go. Go fund me some cookies. Hey, did you pick up all right there, right lane? Did my directions help you with that whole adventure there? GMC Family Trucking, what's up? Okay, so let's do that, right? Here's another channel I want to promote. Let's see. All right. I want you guys to check out Chucky's channel. We call him Chucky. His name is Charles Anderson. I want you to check out his channel. Let's get him up past 100. Okay? As you can see, he is a Schneider guy. Schneider Finance. It's a Schneider Finance truck. Right? And he's making it work. Right? So, well, there goes all my subscribers. Coach went live and he's talking about his new truck. Good deal, right, Lane? Good deal. If I can get out of here tomorrow and I get home on the 23rd, I found a few loads to be able to do that. Well, see, that's the beauty with Schneider, Daniel, is it's easy to recuperate, right? That's why I pointed you in that direction. So yeah, check out G Family Trucking, check out Down Under, check out Brian Hall. As soon as Daniel is able to upload vlogs, check out his channel. Check out Ratman Rodin's channel. He's got a good thing going with the hot shot stuff. If I have any more emission troubles with this SFI truck, it back to pre-emissions for me and Landstar. LOL. I'm sorry you're having all those problems, Clyde. I know that those Freightliners definitely don't like to idle. I think that the newer trucks, like the new Volvos, they're able to idle now a little bit without any issues. That's the other thing. My batteries, I think, are going bad because the other day I came home and my APU was running. Number one, that's the first time I've ever heard the APU start up without me being in the truck. But number two, that also meant I had it set up for the battery monitoring. And number three, those batteries are only a year old, so. And I don't really put a whole lot of load on them. I don't have a 2,000 or 3,000 watt inverter that I run a microwave off of, you know. So. Yeah, that's the kicker. Don't idle mine except for warm up in the mornings. Dang, that sucks, Clyde. How many miles you got on that truck? Video's at 53% uploaded right now, and I'll take another 8 hours to upload. Well, Daniel, did you... Okay, so you got that new GoPro Black, right? 7 Black. It's probably trying to upload it to 4K. And when you upload it to 4K, it's way bigger file to upload than if it's just, like, for example, the new phone, these new Galaxy Note 10s, right, that I have. If I upload a 10-minute video, like one of my morning coffee videos, that would normally take like 3 minutes. But with these new phones and the fancy camera, it takes like an hour because of the quality. Now, my regular vlogs don't take that long because it's you got 410,000. You're probably almost done with that waste though, right, Clyde? Well, you've been in that thing as long as I've known you. You have it set to 1080, then 4K. That's one tip I'll give you new vloggers. Is anything over 15-20 minutes can be a little excessive. And I know I've done vlogs longer than that as well, but like when I take all my files off this camera here and I get all the clips in the Movie Maker, yes, I still use Movie Maker. An hour and a half, right? So I was like, oh, looks like I got some trimming to do. And of course, you know what I do the time quite a bit. So it's kind of like whittling away at a piece of wood. You know, it's like I've got my big block, and then I got to trim here, shave there, trim there, trim there, trim there, and then I try to stay around between 15 and 18 months. Yeah, it is up next week, but I signed for another year. Didn't trust the trucks I was looking at, high idle times and such. I don't blame you. At least you got that truck right. OTJB has done vlogs, and I told him he did pretty good. If you go to, he did a good job. He really did. He had the whole music thing going, and he showed him. You know, it's just like something that I would do, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. So, it had 26 miles on it. You gotta love that. It's been a minute now. It's kind of an adjustment when I got my first truck. My first truck had like 580,000 miles on it. And before I bought that truck, I literally wore the CDL school truck. That was a 97 Freightliner.
Because of Transland.
Yeah. Yeah, Transland was always good about putting me in a new truck. Usually they had about 15, 20 miles on it. So when I got them. But anyways, so you guys like the Woods vlog. So I guess you guys like the mixture of everything. So yeah, surprisingly enough, my numbers have not dropped. So if you are driving next week north of I-44 and 70, I guess you're going to hit some snow. Looking at the weather, I'm not sure what I'm going to do out of Dallas. Not sure what my strategies are going to be. I know I'm not going northwest. I know that. What was it that made you start doing vlogs? That's a good question, Jason. I appreciate that. When I started searching YouTube for trucking stuff, before I even got my CDL, I came across people like Texomatic, Tex Crowley, Trucker Steve, Journey 95, Eskimo Sean, and these guys had all different styles, right? They had some artsy stuff, they had some reality stuff, they had some, you know, they weren't just showing all the positives about trucking, right? And I knew, and I liked the music going down the road stuff too. That just attracted me, right? Because tell you what, man, one of the best things is to be on an empty road and you got your music going, right? No phone calls, you know, just a good song, right? And so I kind of wanted to imitate those guys, and that's when I started doing. If you go to my old channel, you'll see them. You know, I stopped doing the vlog style for this channel because this channel originally started off as I'm just going to talk about Landstar stuff, right? And so it kind of, you know, and a lot of the old school YouTubers that knew me from my old channel because I would approach them with my music. Hey, I've got music. Don't have to worry about the copyright thing. And I kind of got in good with that circle. And so when I started the new channel, I thought, well, no harm, no foul. So starting new wasn't a big deal because I think right even to this day, my old channel only has like, let's see, 3. Here, I'll find it for you guys. And so, there it is, right there. It is. That's my old channel. And I've got 336 subscribers. So, and there's some apnea stuff on there. You know, it was a mixture. Recycling the Rolla, that was a vlog style. And I stopped doing the vlog style when I was at Landstar. That as long as I'm not, you know, you got to use common sense when you do the vlogs, when you got the camera rolling. You don't want to roll through stop signs. I remember there was a video I watched, a YouTuber making fun of another driver because of how he was driving as he was rolling through a stop sign. It barely slowed down. You know, you got to watch stuff like that. Companies watch stuff like that. And Schneider's got that big, you know, no cell phone policy. So you got to be really careful about how you do your vlogs if you're a Schneider. And so with, you know, and you got guys that are like, you know that they're doing this going down the road, holding the camera in their hand, and that's a no-no too. And so once I got more comfortable on doing that, I went back actually to what I used to do on the old channel. So, because, you know, I was going over some old videos, not old videos, but like some old emails on my Facebook memories saying, "Oh, you helped me, you influenced me to go to Landstar," and none of these people talk to me anymore. So I kind of wondered if they're still there or if they fell flat on their face and blamed me. I know that, and it's not like I was sitting there saying that Landstar was the be all end all, because I never said that, right? But there's, you know, and those vlogs don't really do a whole lot, you know, view wise. My GoPro vlogs don't do anything in views. That's mainly for my enjoyment, right? For me to get into that, you know. So, but it was the old school guys, Jason, that want, you know, I wanted to give back. Just like that's why I play music, because music did so much for me that I want to give back what it did for me. You know. Yeah, I figured I could go back with the pre-mission and the star and make the same money if I had to, from what I see. Yeah, you could probably get a good W9 or something like that with an old cat for, you know, 40 grand right now. So, how's 70 look tomorrow? Asking for a friend. Doesn't look good, Kevin. Winter storm warnings are up on the road signs here in Missouri. And I know where you're at, right lane, so you're probably seeing. You need to get the heck out of Dodge there. I think on my next vlog, I'll be using one of your songs, Snowlord. Don't know which one just yet. Well, good, Daniel. You know, here's the problem with using my music, okay? And I appreciate that. But Apnea is a death metal band, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. Even I have not used a whole lot of my own music. I did find some copies from the studio where before I did vocals and those, I've used those. The guy that recorded Apnea's last album, he sent me a bunch of files of just everything musical. But a lot of times, like, what I'll do is I'll check the publishing company of songs, and usually I know which publishing companies are not going to give me a copyright strike. And there's a lot of local stuff that I use as well that helps. But I appreciate that, Daniel, but just I don't want you to lose views because no one wants to hear me growl and scream.
If you'd rather use some good old thrash metal, got that backhoe band.
Yeah.
Set them up with. That's so much better, you know,
From
wider
what-
audience than death metal.
From what you've seen in my videos, do you think I'm good with the Schneider policy? Yeah, GNC, I'd have to really watch closely, but the couple I've seen, I think you're good. You know, if you ever have to go in the office and explain yourself, you know, you just show them how it's mounted, you know, and use voice command on the camera. And you know, and you guys got to remember, Ike Stevens has been doing the vlog thing for a long time, and he was at Schneider, and he did the rag chew from while he was at Schneider. I mean, he was the biggest YouTuber out of Schneider, right? You know, it's like he had way more subs than Jeff or me or anybody else. No matter what company you're at, you know, you don't want to. And Kevin did a few vlogs from Schneider too. So, and guys, these companies are paying attention to social media. Celadon went after Jake Cannell years ago when Jake Cannell first started talking about some of the shady stuff Celadon was doing. And So they're paying attention, right? So Celadon knew that everybody was watching, especially on social media. And so if anything, if everybody put out, if there's 300 videos about Celadon, what that did is that basically said, hey, Celadon, we're watching you to make sure that you're going to do the right thing. When am I going to go full Viking and braid that beard? I have braided it. I'm just not comfortable doing that in public yet. So, Motley Crue back on tour after signing contracts to never tour again. Little Viking Coach, I will not watch that because, number one, anybody who's seen recent footage of Motley Crue knows that Vince Neil is just done. And number two, their ticket prices are outrageous. They're expensive. So, Viking. If Schneider ever sees my videos, I can always have my GoPro set up for voice command. You mean you always have your GoPro set up for voice command? But you just got to use common sense, you know. I think that if I did better editing, you know, quicker clips to where it's not just showing one thing, I think that might be cool. But then you got some of these YouTubers that just literally drive down the road and people like watching that. So it's just kind of weird how to get into that. Well, what's in there?
Strawberry cookies and some of these vanilla Oreos. I have no idea how long these have been in here.
I bet you these are hard as rock. What do you think? Yeah.
I would try it and see, but I have better things to eat.
Hell's cookie jar? Yeah. But those. Motley Crue was posers back in the day, and they're not better now. And like, whenever Exodus would play a show, if they saw people with Motley Crue and Poison shirts, they would like tell people to beat them up and stuff. It was bad. The thrash scene absolutely hated glam metal, you know, and then that's kind of what created and put out some serious music in t-shirt and jeans, you know. Cookies. Vasily are all about coffee and similar to cookies and trucking channel. Motley Crue was great back in the day. Let's leave them there. I enjoyed their first couple albums. I was in a death metal band that we covered one of their songs. It was a fun song to play. It was very quick. You know, some of the hair bands, like their first albums are just like Rat's first two albums are really good. New wave of British heavy metal for the win. Absolutely the whole. Absolutely. You dang Europeans know how to put out your metal. So. Right Lane would eat them. Well, she threw them away. She threw them away there, Right Lane.
Next. The old ones, we still have like a lot of those ginger cookies left.
Yeah, but he's in the middle of Arctic Wonderland in St. Louis. Next time we get lunch, I expect you to bring some cookies. All right, Right Lane. We're lucky to even have them because our oven went out a couple weeks ago around Thanksgiving.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Right before Thanksgiving. And Kevin and Ollie so generously, you know, him and his wife invited our family over for Thanksgiving, which was nice. And then just was it last week we fixed
Monday.
Got the oven fixed. So.
Yeah.
Didn't have to buy a new one.
Yay!
Yeah, so The Who is a great metal band. I was listening to their stuff on Spotify. And you know, if you guys don't have satellite radio, I highly recommend Spotify Premium because I used to carry an iPod with me, and I have yet to stop Spotify Premium with something underground that it doesn't have. And if well, I take it back. There's been a couple of things. Guess what? YouTube has it. So I don't know about the YouTube Music app. I've thought about. Well, it's a paid service. So I don't. It's kind of redundant, but I definitely recommend Spotify Premium. So. You got their album on iTunes? Cool. Who loves... No, I'm not reading that. Dude, I am looking at the radar and it looks like I'm going to get screwed. Let's just look at that, right, Lane? No, if you stay ahead of the storm, I know where you're going, right, Lane. If you can stay ahead of it. That's what Missouri looks like right now. Right? Now, if we zoom out, weather report by Snarlord. Hate to be in Kansas. Looks like Kansas City's going to get hit pretty good. Right? And Northeast, it kind of sucks right there right now. And look at Florida. Nothing. Right? But yeah, if you're in the middle of the country, you hate life right now. Pale Rider with sports, right? I got the weather, Pale Rider's got the sports. Anyways, we're at an hour, guys. If there's no other comments, questions, or concerns, we shall end this live feed. Florida does need an epic blizzard. I remember there was one year, it was a couple of years ago, where every state in the union had snow on it. Even Hawaii, up in the mountains. And even Florida, along I-10, there in the Panhandle, had snow. At one point in the country, every state had snow in it. On topic, why will Amazon rule the world? Because it took me 2.5 hours and I didn't even accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish shopping that I could have done in like 10 minutes on the computer. And so, and Amazon's building a fleet. Amazon's fixing to play with UPS and FedEx at their game, right? Now, in the spot world, the rates aren't that great. From their low boards I've seen, and for what I've heard people talk about them, the rates aren't that great. But at least not where I want them to be. And I know a couple of people that tried the Amazon Power Only, and they're like, wasn't worth it, you know? But Amazon has the ability to control some capacity. So, little line coats. Alright, so anyways, we end this live feed. Thanks for watching. I'll be back out Monday, and we'll get this trucking thing. I plan on staying out till right before Christmas, and then I plan on going out the day after Christmas and going out as long as I can, because we need to catch up. That repair took me back a little bit, and there's some things coming down the line that I'm not too comfortable with, so we got to prepare for them. All right. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and be safe out there. And to Jeff for our fallen driver. The driver's fine, by the way. It's just, his truck and trailer are done. So, yeah, he didn't. He's fine. He just doesn't have a truck and trailer anymore. 10 days till Christmas. Amazon's going to need to turn a profit if they want to rule the world, right? So, anyways, guys.